What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Quest. In today's episode, I am going to be doing a little bit of grafting. So I'm going to take this crested Stenocactus or Echinofossulocactus. I'm not sure which one it is. It's grafted right now onto Hagioserius, but as you can see, it's time for this thing to be regrafted. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to split it up into a few different sections. I have never done a graft on something quite like this before. Most of my grafts have all been smaller seedlings or really tiny seedlings onto Paraskeopsis. So this is going to be something new for me, a learning experience, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. So what I need is, obviously I need the plant I'm going to be using as the scion. I need my grafting stock, and I've got some Mytrillocactus here. You're going to need a knife. Don't tell my wife because I took this out of the kitchen. She's going to be upset. You need some paper towels. And last but not least, you're going to need some rubber bands and some rubbing alcohol. Let me grab that rubbing alcohol. All right, nothing special. You probably have most of the stuff at home already. Now, the rubbing alcohol, you want to make sure when you cut open the plant, just like when you cut open a person, for surgical reasons, of course. I don't cut people open, not very much anymore. What you're going to do is you're going to clean off your blade. Your blade should already obviously be clean, but just to really give it one last little hip hurrah. And then I don't even know where to start on this thing. So I'm going to, let's see. Well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut. Cutting through the spines. All right. So here's our first cut. So you've got the crested section, then you've got two little dichotomized heads. It seems like we're going to need a little more of an area to latch it onto. Cut that little loose piece out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set this down. I'm going to cut this section here once more so it's a nice clean cut. I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol again. Give the blade one more wipe down. I'm going to take my Mytrillocactus. I don't want it to be grafted too high, so I'm going to cut it right here. Set that there, let that dry. Now I'm going to slice the edges so water's less likely to pool, which means you're less likely to get fungal infections and or, you guessed it, rot. Okay, that is all ready to go. I'm going to split this guy right down the middle. Now I'm going to take one more cut off the top so it's nice and fresh. I don't see a growing meristem, I see hollow. Oh my God, it's so crazy, it's hollowed out. All right. I see no growth ring whatsoever. So I'm looking for the growth ring. There it is. Okay, I'm going to press that on there. And now, with my handy dandy there's the first. I am by no means an expert at this. I'm just experimenting and learning. And so if anybody has any advice or pointers, I mean, you know, I'm happy to take it. All right, so I am trying to find some sort of a clear growing meristem in this plant, which I can't seem to find. But I think I've got another section. If you can see that there, it seems to be longer and almost rectangular shaped. The crest is going this way, And then the meristem is going the same way as the crest, which is interesting. So you can kind of see that there. And let's set him here. Let's do one more quick little wipe on the blade. Take another cut off the Mytrillocactus. You want to make sure your hands are nice and clean when you're doing this as well. Okay. I'm going to try my best to get those to touch. You want the two meristems to roughly connect to one another. Oop. Well, that didn't go too well. Holy shit. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Now we're gonna try to get this onto here one more time. You guys got to watch me just totally screw that up. Clean off the blade. Let's get a fresh cut. Fresh cut there. Now we're going to get that long strip of a meristem to sit on top of the growing meristem of this plant here. Get our rubber band under the bottom. Bring it up over the top. Success.
Yes, fantastic progress.
One more rubber band. And those will gently hold in place. Wish me luck. We're going to go ahead and do this next one. And a little bit of a lower cut there, make it a little easier. It is important to use a sharp knife. I don't know if you've noticed, but on a couple of these little angled cuts, I seem to be pulling some of the tougher skin, the external skin or the sclerified tissue of the cactus off with it, which is just extra stress that the plant doesn't need. So I could have avoided that if I had a sharper knife. Now we got that ready. Let's go ahead and cut this nice dichotomized chunk off the top here. Beautiful, look at that. Nice little growing meristem. Let's bring this guy back. I'm gonna very carefully set that there. I've got a nice perfect cut. I'm gonna come in, oh yeah, get that nice fresh cut there. Alrighty. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do this time? I'm gonna put them underneath there so they're ready. Okay. Meristem is a little clearer on this one, right? You can see it right there. And it's very interesting. This head is dichotomized, the other one was crested, but you can see that the growing meristem seems to not be its typical round, what you would expect. And I suspect that has to do with the cresting or the fasciation. All right. Voila. Now we've got this last section here, which is like a caterpillar. Look at that. All crest. I'm just cutting it off the scion. You can't see that here. I mean, I'm cutting it off the grafting stalk there. All right. How to come at this thing. So you can see all the different little folds, and luckily this isn't an incredibly spiny plant, so I can figure out some decent places to get a hold of it. This looks like a pretty good place to cut. And maybe I can get one more cut out of here and take two sections from this last piece. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna try it. All right, Final cut on the Mytrillocactus. All right. One more done, and I've got one piece left. And do I have any more grafting stock? Hold on. Oh, luckily I do. Right here, ready to go. There we go. All right, last piece. Booyakasha. Let's see how that goes. All righty. I would say that is success. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grafts out of that one plant. The reason why I'm grafting these is, number one, it needed to come off of that grafting stock for starters. But number two is, now I've got 5 of these, and in a couple of years, all 5 of these, assuming that they all take, they'll all be the same size as that, and now I've got 5 people I can give these plants to and get the plant material out there. And I mean, who doesn't love a crested Stenocactus? Stenocactus is what they call the brain cactus. It's one of the first cactus that lured me in with all these wavy ribs, a very psychedelic looking plant. And so it's a way to grow them quicker, where you could either take a plant that doesn't grow very easily and has trouble growing on its own roots, and you can put it on a grafting stock and then it'll be able to grow a lot easier, or you can take something that's very, very slow growing and put it onto a faster growing grafting stock and get it to grow much, much quicker. So there's a lot of different reasons why you would graft. Also, let's just say you have a plant that's rotting and part of it's starting to rot and you want to save it. You can graft it. I've got friends out in Tucson, they even graft a single tubercle of an Eriocarpus and are able to make a whole new plant. It's propagation. It's weird science. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out so I can keep making this great content for you guys. And until the next time, peace.